All right, well, here we are, May. We're here. Um, we have 2 weeks left. The gauntlet of April is over. And man, so many good things happened. First, thank you for those of you who showed up to the high school one and the middle school one. And it was kind of a strange year, to be honest. Of kind of the role of small group leaders. For high school, it tended to be pretty much self-run, and I love how Stephen set that up to be self-run. And so small group leaders were kind of just there to be a supportive face. For middle school, we had 9 students step up and help to lead and be a part of that, which is what we want. And so some of you other small group leaders came and realized, hey, I can go and grab a cup of coffee with other small group leaders, which was fantastic. But it was a unique year. It was fun to watch those things unfold. It was the first year since I've been here, just so you know, that we've been able to do a high school event, have the numbers to do it. And it was fantastic. It was a really moment. I really believe it set. I mean, students immediately responded. The weekend later, they were texting me going, "Hey, we want to serve in the middle school walk-in." So, I mean, those are really neat things. The students are responding. I thought small group leader night, just so y'all know, that has been a dream for me. Oh man, sorry. That has been a dream for me to be able to love on you guys well. Um, and the students, they nailed it. And they nailed it with the pieces of the video. Thanking Chance McGurk for putting that together for me. They nailed, and May Aiken for filming those things for me. They nailed it with bringing you letters and gifts, and the pictures were hopefully something that are on your desks at work and your bookshelves at home, and you're constantly reminded that you're loved, but also some faces to pray for. And then the prayer piece at the end was just phenomenal. To listen to students for 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, praying. Um, some of my favorite ones were from the sixth graders. Thank you for being patient with us. I mean, those are such good prayers that they are realizing what you do. And so, once again, thank you. It's just been a great month. It's been a lot. And I appreciate all of your help in trying to balance multiple pieces of my job, and then also closing out school and finals and things like that. Your help, I could not have done this last month without you. So thank you for that. A small little update. Matthew Hogan had surgery, and I gave that to all of you last week, and you've been praying, and I saw him on Sunday, and so he's walking around doing really well, and so I know he would be appreciative of the prayers that you've been praying for him. The Mendenhalls are doing great. Baby Hudson is beautiful and doing so well, and so Eric, we love you, and we are sad that you're going to be stepping away for a season, but we understand, and so just really good things happening with you guys and within our student ministry. Just very quickly, I want to make this video short. I do want to just remind you that this week is transition week, and it's our transition Wednesday. It's pretty much going to look like a normal Wednesday, except less teaching and less small group time. And you'll have incoming sixth graders in middle school, and not the current eighth graders. And in high school, you will have incoming eighth graders come in. And the way we're going to run small groups is they will go into the grade above. And those are going to be large groups. I understand. I get it. It's not about getting great discussion this week. It's not about, feeling small enough where you get to know each other this week. We're going to do a lot of that on the front end. What this week is really about is giving particularly the incoming sixth graders a taste of a regular Wednesday night. So middle school will be geared around that. We want to keep it as regular as possible, but with as many opportunities, once again, for those who didn't make it to the lock-in, to get to know each other so that they feel comfortable coming in next fall and it's not all The incoming 8th graders, they already know each other. They're hanging out. They had the camp out together. Almost all of my 8th and 9th graders showed, um, you know, a good portion of them showed. It was the majority of the numbers. And so it's just going to be reiterating once again, here's where we're heading next year, and we're going to give them 1 to 2 questions to chat about in small group about what does it look like to live a selfless life. And we're going to talk about it again in Atlanta. And so those are the pieces that we want them to grab. It's going to be simple, nothing crazy big. If the weather's nice, we might do something outside, so be ready for that. But that's about it. Next week's the Flubbernubber. This is a great night. I'm going to ask that you're there because the small group leader, we invited the parents to the end. The expectation that they would actually show. This year, my expectation was met. We had a small group of parents. And so what I'm hoping for is, as always at the Flubbernubber, is that turnout. And it has been for the last 4 years. And we do. We thank you, and the parents get a chance to thank you. We'll show the video again. We'll bring you up to the front, and we'll let parents see your faces one more time. We'll also thank our assistants and our interns. This is where I really get to love on them and thank them and give them a gift for a year of hard work. I'm going to ask that you be there. Ask that if you're a parent, you be a parent for the night. But also just being hands. If you see a need or something that needs help with, you're not necessarily a small group leader that night as much as you are either a parent or just a helper within student ministry, because we won't do small groups. So grab some parents of your students. It's a great chance to get to know them as well. Finally, I want to give you this. For summer, you're going to get some videos throughout the summer, probably one video in June about program changes, one video, because there will be some shifts in the summer because we want to open up a cafe. The transition between middle school and high school is so tight, and we want to give maybe a 15-minute breather. So we're processing and thinking through some of that. Still thinking through high school, and is it once a month do we maybe even go into a home and get out of the church and allow for some more small group time? So we're just wrestling through those things again. This is normally the time to do it. I see minimal changes. I really like what I saw this year for the first time, just a good flow of things. Some timing issues is really what we're looking at. And then you'll get one maybe in July about teaching series and goals for our small groups next year. So be ready for those, and those will keep us in touch as well. But I wanted to give you something for summer too. Just know that in June, I'm looking at putting maybe like a random Rough Rider game and maybe a random night at the Shires just to hang out around the fire and enjoy that together as a student ministry. But it's going to be low key, but every year from July 1st until August, the second week of August, it's about a 6-week span. We don't do anything student ministry. And there's a reason for that. One is rest is important. To get ready for another season of student ministry, we all need a breather. We all need some rest. A lot of you are going to Atlanta. A lot of you will jump on something like a Rough Riders and just coming out to the Shires, and you should. It's great relational time with your students. They'll remember it, and you won't regret it. But rest in the time that we have for rest. Secondly, though, realize that it's a great relational time. Maybe you want to set a goal to, in that 6-week period, one night, come over to my house and we'll do a cookout, and you invite parents and students. Maybe go to the movies together. Maybe you all meet, Sonic for late night shakes. Just something, particularly if you're a high school small group leader. Middle school you can as well, invite the parents for sure, but find maybe one, set a goal. And then I'll close with this. Don't make too big of promises. Students will remember if you promise, we're going to do stuff throughout the whole summer, and you never do. They'll remember that. And so keep your promises minimal. So get rest. Put one thing as a goal, maybe something to do as a group, and then don't make promises you can't keep. So I love you guys. I want to get this done in the next 9 seconds. So I love you. We'll see you this Wednesday. Looking forward to the next 2 weeks.